How's it, everyone? I don't know if stream's started up yet. I'm still trying to open everything up. It's taking long. But in case the stream is going, how's it going, everybody? There we go. So I can see we are live. Right, so we're here for Rally Fighters. I'm K9 on commentary tonight. I'll be with you all night. And on commentary with me is Rock, also known as Roy. How's it going, man?
Yes, thanks, Carl. Good to be back on commentary again. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been all this load shedding all the time. It's just not been making things easy for us South Africans, but it's all lined up tonight. I think pretty much all the South Africans taking part are able to make it, so that's good news.
Yes, it is good news. With the load shedding, it's been difficult for most of us. Been a very difficult time, so we've had no power. Yes, and hopefully this will end quickly because yes, it's disruptive. But let's get into the rally fighters for the uni.
Yeah, and we got our drivers here. I'm just gonna check if there's anything that's been written about some of the guys that are missing, because we'd like to obviously get as many people as we can. Okay, I don't know if we'll be seeing Sam tonight, hopefully. Otherwise we're not going to have any Hondas. Alrighty, so race 1. I'm going to open it up now. We have qualifying 1, race 1. We should be seeing here Paul, Tom, Ryan and Dusty. So Senna is Paul, Tom is Got the Punk, Ryan
Dusty is Dusty.
is Berries, and Dusty is obviously Dusty. So we've got all our drivers for the first one. They've all got their thumbs up. So let's get this one underway.
For me, this is a very difficult track, especially that hairpin, and then just coming out of sector 1, there's a immovable tire.
Yeah, this track does have a couple of those like cement tires. But I have to say, between this one and the Brands Hatch Rallycross track, which we've done in the past, is sometimes it's actually better to have the ones that don't move, because when people knock the ones that do move, then they're sitting in the middle of the track and they do just as much damage. So it's
coming out of that first corner.
Yeah.
If you overcompensate, you end up banging that tire in the center.
Yeah, no, it gets brutal. But this I quite enjoy at the end of this. I almost want to say it's a straight, but it's a bit of a curve, to be honest. But at the end of this long sprint we're going to see at the start here, there's that long left-hand turn, which you can do an epic drift on this track, and it looks really, really cool.
Yes, that Joker is very fun. It's a nice epic drift. Right?
Yeah, and you get a good screenshot because it's this same camera we're looking at now, because they're actually starting in the Joker there.
Yeah.
Just a bit deeper. You can see where that second concrete like lone standing barrier of tires there, that's where the Joker is, and obviously this one closest to us is the standard lap.
Alright, we still oh right, are we syncing up? So
yeah, they're still syncing about stuff, and they're off.
Yeah, tire smoke there from Berries, isn't it?
Berries in the Citroen now. So Got the Punk leading at the moment. That's Senna, he just a bit wide there. Obviously probably one of the newer drivers of our guys we've got racing.
Yeah, see there, the tires there. There were the Audis as well. And then this horrible hairpin here. I never get it right.
If you nail that whole section though, it's a cool one. In some of the seasons, that part where they've just gone through now, if guys run it wide, that could become an overtaking area. It's not easy, but we've seen it done before.
Yeah. And we had Butterpunk taking the joke.
The Joker, yeah. So he is only guy to have jokered this go around. It's also nice this race is every one of these cars is a different brand. We've got the VW up front right now with Dusty. He's last season's champion, so we know he's quick. Berries, he's always up there. He hasn't won a championship yet, but he's won 3 events, if I'm remembering correctly. So he is looking to... Sorry, what was that?
Berries is a contender.
Yeah, he's definitely always a contender. I think he's coming second at the moment in this championship. Got the punk there. Ooh, you can see Senna's struggling a bit.
Yeah. He's showing you how not to do it.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a reset we saw there.
No, that could be just a bit of lag. Looks like he is a bit glitchy.
Yeah, you just got to be careful here with the guys. Okay, there we go. You can see. So Berries hasn't jokered yet, so he'll have to joke either now or he can do it in his last lap. Wonder what he's gonna do. No, he takes standard, yeah. So he's gonna hope he can put in his best lap possible now. But as it stands, I think Dusty is looking to take this one.
Dusty showing how it's big drift is done.
Yeah.
Berries has just been calm and calculating there.
He's getting his angles right, same as Dusty.
Yeah.
That's an easy section to run wide. It works best if you hug tight on that section, but very easy to run it wide. You can see he takes a different angle there to get into the Joker.
And Dusty takes it.
But nicely done. We saw them both come around the corners at the same time on the camera. It's funny how it took over and they rammed each other. You would think, just so everyone knows, they aren't in control of their cars once they go over the line. That's the computer doing the ramming.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick look and see where Senna is. Oh, he just didn't manage to finish in time, unfortunately. Yes.
Well, Senna is a rookie, yeah. This is his rookie season, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and I think he's pretty new to all the racing as well. He also just got a wheel the other day, so I don't know if he's using his wheel for the first time tonight. It was G29.
Okay.
So yeah, so he's getting into the swing of things, and everyone's got to learn somewhere, you know. So he never gives up, and that's what we like to see.
And Tom takes third there by himself.
Yeah, he looked like he might be struggling slightly to rotate that Audi. I saw in a couple turns, just not drifting it like what Dusty and Berries was. But obviously also it's first race of the evening. The guy's just having to come to terms with the track. I see Joff wrote on the chat here, what up? What up, Joff? And we're only gonna... Joff's in this next race, so we're gonna see him now. In this race, we should have Trevor, Callum, Yelma, Charlie, and Martin, which is Joff. Don't know why he went with Joff when his name is Martin or Martin, but that's what he did. And we are missing a couple of the guys. Trevor, I don't think is showing up tonight, and then I'm not sure where Charlie was. Let me see if anyone's managed to find Charlie. So we are missing a couple guys didn't register tonight because this is a DLC, this track. That means downloadable content for those of you that aren't into gaming if you're watching. But that means that you pay a bit of extra money, you get a bit of extra content, and some of the guys don't have it. You can't buy it anymore because it's been taken off the store, which is unfortunate. But right, so I still don't see Charlie on. Let me see if anyone's tagged him. I don't think anyone tagged Charlie.
It'll be a shame if Charlie doesn't pitch it, and it'll be a...
He actually did pretty well at low heck. I don't know if you had a a chance to
No, I
watch the
missed that
Lohek
too.
race, but he raced there, and it was a good showing from him. He did well. All right, so I think we might have to go on ahead without Charlie, because I'm not seeing anything from him. Yeah, let's. So we got Yelmer is Black Wolf, Martin is Joff, and Callum is obviously C3698. I don't know what those numbers mean. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
someday someone will ask him. Okay, let's get going. 3-car race.
Jeff said before we started he's feeling a bit under the weather, so
Okay.
that's hopefully he should have a quiet race.
Yeah, it's always good to get your excuses in early. Uh,
Callum was on the pad tonight, not on the wheel.
yeah.
Maybe he'll make an impact
Yeah.
tonight.
Everyone always logs in straight away with their excuses so that when it doesn't work out their way. But no, in all seriousness, we appreciate the guys that show up, and yeah, I hope it works out well for everyone. And who else is writing here? We've got below standard gaming. He says, "Oh, not sure what that was for." Then we've got Philly Rock says go Yelmer, so that's his teammate there representing the two of them because Philly doesn't have the DLC tonight. So Yelmer is in that white Ford with the yellow on the bumper. It's been interesting for me watching Joff this season because he is in the car I was using last season for the few races that I did. So it's like I got used to using that car with the same livery.
Alright, we'll take a backseat on Callum's
So Joff between the two Fords right now.
yes.
Oh,
Some light contact
two Fords
there.
coming together, but they've saved it. So Joff just trying to take it easy here, I think. Oof. Oh.
Ooh, that was a nice smack there.
Yeah. So this is on board with Joff now. Yelmer not too far behind. He seems to have recovered as best as he can in those circumstances, but Callum has fallen off a bit.
Callum is going a bit very wide. Oh,
Yeah, I think he's going to have some damage. And also, you know, I don't think he's putting in enough time on either a controller or a wheel, so he's not getting a proper chance to get used to it. I still think he needs to commit to the one, I think, and then it'll start getting a bit easier for him. But Joff there pulling away, but he hasn't jokered yet, so that explains the big gap on Black Wolf.
and this is not an easy track. That first corner, it's so inviting because you fly off a line. It's a long left-hander.
Yeah.
You build up a lot of speed, and then you have to suddenly brake, and then
Yeah, and there's a lot of change of direction in these turns. Like it's an immediate. You have to rotate the car one way, then rotate it another way. Like watch here through this section, is you just get out of that one, you got to rotate and then rotate again. But Joff does a good job there.
And those tires are unforgiving. They don't go anywhere.
No, but Joff's doing a good job there. He's looking solid. Let's check Yelmer. So Black Wolf there, he's in a much longer car in the Ford Focus.
So it's easier to drive the Ford as well.
I must say, I used that Citroen the season before. I think the Citroen drives nice if you like to send a car a lot. If you like to throw it around, the Citroen allows for a bit of throwing around. The Ford is nice. I think the Ford is a bit more controllable. I know that Kenny won a championship in the Ford before. So it is a fast car. we've seen quite a few guys win in the Fords. I remember, I think Young Webb back in about season 2. I think he won about 2 events.
Oh, Callum
Or
Shane
one
knows not
event.
how to do it.
Callum just
He's
struggling
good.
there. You can see he's got lots of damage, missing all his bumpers.
They got some tyres. They're movable. Proving us wrong here that there are tyres that can be moved on track.
Yeah, big send though, and then into those tires. Those tires don't move either. I've done that a few times, although mine was a bit more that I was drifting close to them.
And that's the end of the race.
Yeah,
Jeff
so
has a couple
Joff
more.
1 and Black Wolf 2. I think obviously they had that coming together at the start. I think picked up a bit of damage, but to be honest, Joff and Black Wolf there were looking pretty solid once they started going.
Yeah. Callum just looking for parking. Then now it's got 4 seconds of speed. There we go, race is over.
Alright, let's see. So we've got 12 people watching now. So of those people that are watching that aren't racing, how are you finding the racing?
How did I say? Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're getting to the 3rd round of the first qualifying.
Yeah. So in this one we should have Sam, but he also is nowhere to be found from what I am aware. I'll give it a double check before we start, but we should have Maida, which is Palm, Andrea, which is Whole Peaks. He should be in. We should have Kenny and Mark, which is Ratek.
This is going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, this
These are all
is a
very
good
strong
one.
drivers.
Yeah, Palm I think been struggling a little bit this season. He did miss a race somewhere because of load shedding, I think.
Yeah.
But also is that Merc isn't the easiest car to come to terms with. But Kenny, his teammate, doing well so far with it. He won last week that we did it. So let's see if Palm is going to have more luck. I'd say probably when it comes to bad luck this season in rally fighters, it would have been me and Palm at the top for bad luck.
Yeah.
So let's see if he gets a bit more luck this time around. And then I don't see anything for Sam. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, nothing for Sam. Alright, let's get this underway.
This is going to be an epic race because we've got our top races here, like I said before. So yeah, Palm's got the skill to keep up with the guys.
Yeah, no, it's a solid lineup, but we mustn't also forget there's still fast guys that aren't in this race. I mean, obviously Dusty, he's a proven top racer in this Rallycross. We got Ryan, who was in the first race as well. He's always up there. And then I got to say, guys like Black Wolf and Joff, they've shown some epic speed so far this season. Also, 2 new guys to the championship. So to be honest, I mean, these days it's hard to say who's going to win, to be honest. Obviously, you're always thinking maybe someone like Kenny or Dusty, but it's easy, I think, that we'll see a couple more guys probably take a win before this championship is done.
Yeah, and we've got the 2 teammates on the outside.
Yeah, looking smart.
Volpix is on pole position.
Those Mercedes cars there, they're pretty big actually.
Yeah.
Making that VW and that Audi look a bit small.
Alright. And we should be off.
Lots of smoke from all of them. Palm's leading. Kenny bringing up the rear.
Oh, yeah, we got some. Almost. That was close.
That's Volpeaks up the inside,
Volpeaks,
being
yeah.
very brave there against the tires, but he's up front. Also, to be honest, I said about Palm being quite unlucky, but Volpeaks, he's definitely got the pace, but he hasn't been able to show it most of the races so far. He's had some disconnections and just some disqualifications, and he just hasn't been able to show us what he's got, so hopefully he also gets a chance here. Palm's dropped off to 4th.
Yeah, the two Mercs are struggling.
Although Kenny and Palm both taking their jokers now, and so they've got a bit of space that they can just put in their laps now. Hopefully that's going to benefit them.
Marcus making up some time to the Volpeaks.
Yeah, it looked like he did catch him a bit through that section. He's going to want to try and hold on as best he can.
Marcus making a lot of smoke there on the tarmac section.
Yeah. To be honest, I was quite surprised to see how far Volpeak sent his car sideways on the dirt there. So Mark Ratek, the last person to joker. Volpeak's right behind him already.
It's going to be another one of those race to the lines.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know if Mark might just joker here to get the pressure off of him.
Yeah,
he's run it wide. Kenny closing that gap as well now.
Yes, and these two are now holding each other up.
Yeah, if Ratek doesn't joker here, which he doesn't need to, it's completely his right to stay out. If he doesn't, it's going to slow down Volpeaks, but he decides to joker.
And Kenny's catching Volpeaks there.
Yeah, so let's see now if Volpeaks being released makes any change here. Is he going to go quicker than Kenny?
Kenny not doing so much sliding.
Oh, he doesn't always, to be honest. I mean, I've seen him do some sliding recently, but he's always been someone who seems to drive just more precise.
Yes.
Volpeaks, somehow he goes about the same sort of pace, but he's always sending it, and that's more my style, but he just goes way faster than I do, so I'm still a bit in awe of how he does it. But there's Ratek finishing 3rd, and Palm just, I think, struggling a bit again in the Merc.
Oh, but giving us a nice show there with the Merc.
Yeah, he also likes to send it, but just taking 4th there.
And so, Kenny with the fastest lap time.
Yeah.
The first one to break in the 40s.
Yeah, so showing his pace already. And we know that Kenny takes a bit of a build-up in this Merc. The last few times we've seen him do maybe not his best in the qualifying, but then he brings it back sort of in the finals. So might see him just slowly keep bettering himself as the night goes on. But I reckon if Philly was here, Philly would probably beat everybody.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Now we're moving to quality 2 now, is it?
Yeah, qualifying 2, and I'm pulling up the races now. We've got Volpeak stays in for the next one, Palm stays in, Callum is in, and then it would have been Trevor, but he's not racing, so we've just got 3 cars in this one. Volpeaks, Callum, and Palm. So this will be a nice one really for Volpeaks, because if he can get out ahead of these guys off the start line, he's got not a lot of cars to compete with, so having more room on the track, he can put in some really fast times. Obviously the qualifying is all time based, and
Palm has fallen off.
Yeah, he left. I don't know if he realizes he's in for this one.
Yes. This could be Palm's race as well. If for that bad luck, maybe he'll get a good start.
Clean
start, and can show us really what he's capable of.
Yeah. I think this one should, as long as there's no accidents off the start, I think this one should spread out quite nicely and they should be able to put in their best times.
Yeah, well, Kenny has set the bar very high with the lowest time, the lowest score of 40.018. Let's see if anybody can match or beat that.
Yeah, so Kenny the man to beat. I'm just going to try see if I can open up my spreadsheets. Obviously, I just came out of load shedding, so I didn't quite have all my stuff ready.
Yeah.
But, let me see.
You better warm up that Apple of yours.
It's my computer's not an Apple. Everything else is an Apple, but not the computer.
Okay. Alright, so Palm has been given the prime spot. Volpix on the back and the back.
So
and
it looks
Callum
like
outside.
if these times are looking right, which I'm sure they are, because Berries is very quick at spreadsheets. He's probably as quick as spreadsheets as he is at racing, which is pretty quick. And Volpix looks like he took that one, but only just by like a millisecond or something like that. So
That was quite a
yeah, Dusty was second.
There we go.
So Volpix at the back, Palm, he gets a bit of a good start there. He's out front. He's going to send it there. Volpix just got to be careful there. Keeping it nice and clean. Oh, where's Palm? Oh, you changed. Oh, my heart. The camera changed.
Alright, here we go. So we got Palm out in front there with Volpix catching him.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I wonder if Palm stays out and Volpix jokers, or if you'd think Volpix would joker, but if Palm jokers, he could sucker him there. No, they both stay out standard.
Now the Merc does look a bit loose there on the in the straight.
Yeah, could be his
setup.
setup.
Wide, very, very wide.
And that releases Volpix. So Volpix, he took the previous qualifying sessions. Let's see if he can put in a good time worthy to take the second qualifying session.
So that Merc is a bit of a handful for Palm. Let's see how our resident Callum is doing. Enjoying himself hopefully tonight.
Did they not put a bumper on that Ford since the last race?
I think he's just throwing spare parts around. He's oversinging it tonight.
You can see there's Volpix on the left. As
Maybe
Callum
he's,
goes over the jump.
Maybe Callum has overcharged his controller tonight.
Could be.
Yes, because he was complaining that his PlayStation is getting hot.
Okay.
So, yes, I hear my PlayStation is also starting to complain now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's a PS4 thing.
I think it is a PS4 thing, as they sound a bit like fighter jets. I read a thing somewhere that said the PS5 doesn't do that, so if I can ever manage to get some money together one day and get one, then it would be a nice change.
Maybe that's Sony telling us it's time to upgrade.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. It's the buy a PS5 update.
Yeah.
But there's Volpix sending it around
It's like
there.
He seems like he's having a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, and
Really playing.
because all of these guys, so Palm will be in all the rest of the first races, and so will Volpix, because Palm didn't make it last event, and Volpix, he disconnected. He was having connection issues, so they will have a lot of races like this with probably just 3 cars. So that should give them a bit of a sort of advantage almost if they can take it. But big backwards send there from Palm.
Palm is he's having problems getting to grips with the Merc tonight.
Yeah.
He went off there in the end of sector 1 on the grass again.
Yeah. It is a tough corner, especially if you're not comfortable in the car. And that Merc, I've always found it slightly too heavy, so I tend to oversend it into a corner as well.
And Callum was going sightseeing. I don't know what he's found, if he's maybe looking for a bumper that side.
Yeah, that was You see, I think that's also controllers. It's not always so easy to catch the car when it goes round to like snap it
Yes.
back again. So that'll be his issues. He just needs to. Um, I really think he needs to use his wheel, but
Yes. So
yeah,
hopefully whatever changes Palm did to his car, he better undo them. Because he had a terrible round.
yeah, he needs to get a bit more luck. I think going into the next few.
Alright, so we can set ourselves up for round 2 now.
So for round 2, we've got Tom, Yelmer, Charlie, Sam, and Paul. But we could be missing Charlie and Sam still.
So it's going to be another 3-car race here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We've had a really strong showing up until this race. We've had pretty much everyone always showing up, but first one where guys have registered and not really had all the guys. So that's a bit unfortunate because it is nice to have lots of cars because it makes getting into the semis and stuff a bit more exciting.
Yes, and it's also good for the newer guys to run a bit on their own
Yeah,
without the pressures of the other guys running with them. So for Mr. Senna, it will be here. Hopefully he learned something from the last race.
yeah. So he,
Steady in this race, in this round.
yeah, he's going to get some space here because of the two guys not able to make it, and so will Tom. But who are they missing here? They're missing Yalma,
Wolf.
Black Wolf.
Black Wolf.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. So we've got we've got 3 different manufacturers in this round, which is going to be quite nice to watch.
Yeah.
I think Senna's taken a difficult car. That Merc is not easy to drive.
Yeah, he's teammates with Trevor, which is Tiger Rock, for those of you watching. And
Okay.
so they picked that car sort of together. Basically, this season, what I did was I tried to get everybody into a team because usually it's a bit of a tough thing to do, because everyone's trying to change their mind all the time. And so I just said to everyone when they signed up, I said, give me 3 cars that you'd be willing to drive. And then I looked at everybody's 3 that they had sent me, and I looked who wanted what. And obviously for Tiger Rock and Senna joining a bit later on, is the Merc was the highest on both of their lists that they both wanted to drive. So that's what they're in.
Bold choice there.
Yeah. Got the Punk in second. Ooh! Into the wall for Senna. That's going to be a nasty one. I think his car's going to be pretty damaged. Got the Punk doing a good job there.
Yeah, Black Wolf is keeping him at bay there. Ooh, bit of a nudge there. From Tom, he's broke his concentration there, but
yeah, I was seeing, so just when he made that little bit of contact there, you could see his car didn't rotate, and that's what slowed him down. But up till that point, he was rotating well. Yelmer just made a mess there, Black Wolf. He just, I don't know if he clipped that inside barrier or if he just lost all his momentum there. And you can see there's also a barrier in the middle of the track where Senna hit. Yeah, so that's going to change things up a bit. They're going to be cautious hitting that, I'm sure, because they're not going to know how much damage that's going to give them.
Guys are doing very nice tonight, keeping it clean, keeping it on track, away from the barrier, away from the... I can never get this turn. I always hit that inside barrier just before the ramp.
Oh, you can see Senna there in another barrier.
And Senna's car is dead.
Yeah,
I think
this is probably one of the more technical tracks of the season. There's a lot of twists in this one.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see Black Wolf there. Just think over-rotated and lost it slightly. But he's pulled it back relatively well. He's just battling it out with Guttapunk again.
Tom has been a gentleman there, giving him the place back. There we go, going into the ramp.
It's amazing how small that Audi is compared to the Ford.
Yes, it is. And none of them has taken the Joker yet.
Guttapunk took his Joker.
Alright, it doesn't
I don't know if Black Wolf's taken it, but it hasn't registered. But Guttapunk definitely.
Alright then, must be a glitch on my side then.
I think it's because when you do cameras you get that caution sign for when they're racing close, so it's probably just covering the Joker.
Oh, okay, so yeah, because the caution is lit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going off.
But very close from these two, and they're doing a good job not to crash. It's nice and close racing. Yeah, there we go, Black Wolf into the Joker. He has to for his final. So that means Guttapunk takes this one. Black Wolf sends it over. So a couple little mistakes here and there, but altogether I think they recovered pretty well, those two. And that's a pity. Senna just didn't get to make a lap this time.
Yeah.
But you know, it all counts as practice in the end.
Yes, hopefully he's learned something from this round.
Yeah, I think he got major damage hitting the wall at the start. I think that sort of was the reason the car would have been basically undrivable.
So now we're getting to the tough round 3.
Yeah, so race 3 now we have Ryan Berries, Dusty, Kenny, Mark Ratek, and Martin is Joff. So that is who we've got.
Now we have a full grid now.
Yeah, 5 cars now.
Full grid. This is going to be a race too difficult to spectate.
Not if they all keep it close and they're all in the camera at once. Let's hope they make our job easy.
They're all lined up, ready for Kenny to give us the go-ahead. And Mary's just popped in as well.
Yeah, it's something I can't remember who I speak to it about. I think it's Ratic on these commentary things. I say it still shocks me all these years since this game's been out, and still not a lot of people thumbs up. I still don't understand why.
Alright, they're all ready to go.
So the two teammates there, Dusty and Ratic, their team currently leads the championship. It's a solid team. But I have to say, I am a little surprised that Dusty hasn't won a round yet. I would have thought that he would have, but his teammate Ratic took his second win this season in... where did he take it? It was Hell. Took it in the first round in Hell. So that's amazing.
Now this track is very congested now.
Also, Ratek's been doing well in the Scorch series. He's currently leading that. He's taken 3 wins there. And he's doing commentary with me on Battle Circuit. That's what he's doing there.
I see Berries and Dusty, the two teammates, are in the back. Maybe it's a good starting position for them.
It's Berries and Joff are teammates. Joff's gold, Berries black with a monster on the front. And then the 2 yellow cars at the back is Ratic and Dusty. So Dusty's the one at the very back. Ratic's this one slightly to the right. Yeah. But you would think here, if Kenny can get a good launch, he's got the inside line, so he should, unless Joff tries to cut across him if he gets a better launch. Lots of smoke.
Kenny gets a good launch there.
Yeah. Looks like Dusty trying to go up the inside as well. He goes up into third. He's through on the Citroens.
We've got the two Volkswagens going there. Ooh.
Yeah. Oof.
Very
tight.
Now we got a bit of argy-bargy, but everybody's through.
Yeah. A little bit of bargy there from the Citroens too.
Yes, yeah.
Good racing though. It's good racing. Oof. Is that
Jeff got a bit
Dusty?
bogged down,
Dusty bogged down and Geoff's right up behind him.
Alright, so
you can see there Ratek's the Volkswagen, he's got the red wing, and Dusty I think has a black wing. That's how you can tell the difference. Also the rims of Ratek is black and the rims of Dusty is silver.
Wow, yeah. Okay, so we got the two, yeah. And we got Kenny breathing down and then Kenny's taking
Kenny's jokered.
Yeah, and so is Geoff.
Yeah.
Geoff is right at the back. They've been a quiet race tonight.
So it's going to be interesting because technically if VW's there, if they wanted to, they could use team strategy here to sort of help them to beat Kenny. If one of them jokered while the other one was sort of almost holding him back, they could do something like that. But at the moment, it doesn't look like they're doing team orders. They're just going for it.
And Kenny's there. He's just
he's just waiting.
He's waiting for an opening. There we go. There we go.
You see, in Kenny's mind, he's trying to beat Volpeaks, obviously, who was in race 1. You can just see there he takes Dusty, so Dusty just loses it a bit fighting with Ratek.
Yeah, I think he may have pushed him
Oh, he sends it too hard there, he spins Kenny out.
And Geoff just missed him.
So that, Kenny's the big loser there.
Yeah.
Oh, right to the back.
Geoff narrowly missed Kenny there.
Yeah, I still don't see Kenny anywhere, so that's big upset for Kenny.
Yes, Kenny is right at the back.
Oh, and he was set to win basically once the guys jokered there.
Yes.
Alright, so Barry's had a bit of a tough start, but he's up into second. Everybody's jokered already. Currently Ratek managed to stay out of all that chaos, so he's currently leading. Barry's just behind.
Barry's pushing, just
race over. So Dusty goes third, Geoff in fourth, Kenny is fifth, unfortunately, after that bit of chaos. Yeah. So that takes us now on to qualifying 3. It is 3, isn't it? In all the excitement, I almost forgot where we were.
Yes, I think we're going to the next round now.
So that's going to be Volpeaks, Palm, and Callum. And would have been Trevor, but obviously just missing the few guys. So would have been 4, but it's 3. So we're just waiting for the guys to jump in.
Barry's must be doing some calculations because he hasn't left the lobby. Oh, there we go. No, Barry's are still there.
I'll kick him out now.
I wonder where Callum is. Hopefully he made his...
He's obviously not reading the grids like he says that he will do every week. Oh, there he is. Maybe he had a quick toilet break. He did say, what do we do about the
Yes.
toilet or something earlier. I didn't
Yeah.
quite know what he meant. I just told him if you need to go,
Yeah,
go.
he had to make his own pit stop quickly.
Yeah.
He did a poor pit stop, so maybe he lost a nut somewhere. I don't know.
Alright, so he's in the wrong car now. I hope we can find that Ford.
Oh, so he fell off totally. Maybe his PlayStation sent him a hot signal.
His Ford may be overheating. We know what happens when you try to charge your Samsung Note or whatever it is in your Ford Cougar.
Yes, that's a hot potato. And Callum is readied up with the wrong course.
Yeah, he's ready in the wrong car. I don't know what he's obviously not concentrating.
Hopefully somebody will get him in the chat and tell him.
Otherwise, I might have to go jump in the chat.
Come on, Callum. I see Palm also
There we go.
disengaged.
Yeah, maybe Palm was just telling him. Alright, so Callum is done and we are ready to go.
Yeah, Palm was ready. I see he disengaged, so he should be ready.
Yeah, Palm was just typing there for him.
Okay. So there's no rain on this one. It's just overcast.
Just overcast, yeah.
Just overcast today.
So there was a
No,
prediction, if the guys check on the calendar page of the Rally Fighters, there was a prediction that there possibly could be rain. Obviously, we never know until the night, as same goes for real racing, as you can only have a bit of a prediction and then plan. And plan for the worst, plan for the best, see what happens. So the weather has changed now from heavy clouds to overcast. So maybe there's going to be rain, maybe there's not. We'll see.
So it's a quiet 3-car race.
A lot of guys standing around in the background. I didn't notice them in all the rest of the races. They've been there the whole time.
They've been there the whole time.
Okay.
These guys,
Some of them looking the wrong way.
Yeah.
Off they go. So Volpeak starts at the back again. It happened last race as well when he raced these two.
Yeah.
Both guys running wide there, which just helps Volpeak squeeze. Oh, but Callum goes hard there. Did he make contact? I think it was close. I think there was a clip there, but they've all managed to hold it. Palm now trying to go around Callum.
He's got him there.
Callum spins it.
He's made a donut. He got bogged down in the grass.
So Volpeak's doing a good job here. This is kind of the races that you want. You want a nice, easy race if you're a fast driver, just to put in your laps. As you saw what happened with Kenny in the previous races, he's obviously fast, but just having a lot of cars on track can have an accident happen. So, ooh, Palm there.
He hit that movable
Ow.
barrier.
Yeah,
Like
just
a
showing
jump
us what those barriers can do.
It like jumps out at you.
Yeah, it's a very easy thing to do, but it's never nice when it happens.
Like
So
it
looks like Volpeaks took the qualifying 2 as well. So he's leading qualifying at the moment. So can he take qualifying 3? I have a feeling he can.
The Volpix had a good lot of the draw for this evening's racing.
Yeah.
Seems to be enjoying himself out there.
Yeah,
Making
lots
it
of
look very
space to
good.
just do it. I mean, the only thing that's going to really hurt him now is if he crashes himself out, but
That shouldn't happen. The problem is also getting the drift of the Merc now, but
yeah, he'll have some suspension damage after hitting that thing for sure, though, which is probably
yeah,
why
and
he's spinning.
and the car's just
You can see Callum
pulled up.
catching him now.
The car must have had another issue somewhere.
I must say, those colours on that Merc are growing on me. It wasn't my favourite livery to start with, but it's quite a cool, cool livery. It's not one that we see sort of a lot, those colours. So Volpeaks is finished.
Can't do much better this round.
Yeah, he's brought it back now, I think. I think he was off to a dodgy start again. He had a bit of a spin, but he's pulled it back at the end here. So good on him.
Yeah.
Never give up.
Bumpers, everything is still intact.
Yeah. Ford factory is going to be very happy after this race. Most of their cars still on the car. Okay, going into this next one.
So we're now on round.
It's race 2, qualifying 3. We've got Joff, Gutterpunk, Black Wolf, Wee Deadly if he is around, which he hasn't been, and Senna. So we should be looking at a 4-car race. I do have to say though that Gutterpunk did say before we started, he actually told me the other day that he does have an appointment for something. That he might, he might jump off for a couple minutes. So I hope he can still race throughout. But if he does disappear, that's where he's gone to. Also, Joff, like you said earlier, he's a bit sick. Maybe they can do a joint appointment, Joff and and Tom. So just waiting on Gutterpunk and... Okay, Tom's already done with his appointment, so he's all good to go.
Yeah, that's good news.
That was a quick appointment. Hopefully all good news. I wonder if his doctor likes Rallycross. He must come join us. Okay, so just waiting on Gutterpunk. No, he's in. We're waiting on... No, we've got everyone. Cool. Good to go.
Yes, everybody's there.
So Tom had a pit stop in real life. He's all fixed and ready to go. Still not sure where Sam or Charlie are. So that's going to be a big knock for the Honda team this session, because no points for Honda.
Yes, that will be sad. At least the Mercs are there, and Volkswagens are represented. Then, of course, the Fords. Fan favorites. Now we've got a 4 different car race again.
I'm not the biggest fan of a red car, but I must say those Audis are quite smart. They're grey and red. It's kind of the race space colours almost. I think race space red is probably like a little darker than that, and the grey a bit lighter, but that's pretty close. And they're off. Black Wolf currently leading.
Getting a massive start there. See what Jeff is up to.
It's a nice train around there. We've got 3 cars running pretty close there. I always like those shots where you see all 3 drifting around the corner. I reckon it's pretty close between all 3 of these guys. They've shown they're all pretty equal pace, so it's any of these 3s to win here. Ooh, 2 of them in the Joker. That's interesting. Punk managed to come out of the Joker in front of Black Wolf. Ooh, big drift, and I don't know how Black Wolf saved that because he's on control, to my knowledge. So that was nuts. That's a hard one to do even on a wheel, so on a controller that's hats off for that one.
The 2 of them at the back, they're doing very well. Wolf was catching.
Joff still has to do his Joker though.
Yes.
Saving it for a bit later. Can see Senna's just crashed out there.
Then yes, not having a very productive evening for him.
Yeah, it's a tough track. I think it's the track probably is just maybe a little too technical at the moment, but obviously you learn through racing, so just got to keep chipping away at it.
Yeah.
Obviously also not just learning new game maybe and new cars, and he's also learning on his new wheel, which takes a second for sure. Ooh, Punk hit that inside barrier coming off the jump, so he was sitting backwards in the track there. He's in 3rd.
Well, they cannot find him. Oh, there we go. But he seems to have passed the...
Yeah, but something's going on here because he's showing in front of Black Wolf, but he's in 3rd apparently.
I don't know if there's a bit
I think he's a lap down. I think he's cut the corner somewhere. I think he's cut the corner because go to Joff or Black Wolf. It's saying that Punk is on 3rd out of 4th lap, and I think that
yes, he must have checked.
So I don't know where he's cut it, but that's interesting. That's gonna be we're gonna have to look.
He must have missed a checkpoint or something, or the game is not very happy with him.
Yeah, and I don't even know how you would do it. Yeah, we're gonna have to really check what happened there.
Yes. That's very strange because he's even giving a massive time difference of 39 seconds.
Yeah, because he was a lap down basically, because it didn't register his whole lap.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to speak to people for that because that's gonna be an issue. But let's get on to the next race.
Yes, it showed him a lap down, 3 laps only. And he's putting a blistering time of 40.5 again.
Alright.
Move to the next round.
I think I'm gonna have to just have a quick word with one of the other admin guys that's just in the chat there, just so that we can look into something. But I'm gonna quickly read who's in the next one first, and then you can chat a bit. I'll be away for a minute. we've got in this one now, we have Dusty, Berries, Ratek, Kenny, and Charlie. But Charlie, obviously, haven't seen him tonight, so probably just a 4-car race again. I will just be back in a minute.
Alright, so this round with Dusty and Ryan, Walk and Kenny is going to be another epic round. Hopefully Kenny will not have any issues and end up rubbing the wrong people or rubbing the barriers. So Kenny, let's see what you can do for us. While Carl is away trying to sort out the admin, please don't forget to like and subscribe to Race Space. We try very hard here to do a bit of Rallycross, not a very popular, well, it seems to be popular by other ways, but yeah, for us, for me, myself, I find it very difficult. So I'm not really a Rallycross driver, but I'll spectate. Fun to watch other guys do it, how they make it look so easy. And then, yes. So, things are still quiet, waiting for the admin to sort out everything. We've got Ratek and Dusty already revving to go. The teammates there. Sorry for the long awkward pause. Yeah, we're still waiting. We're still having some technical difficulties on our driver's side. Technology is a wonderful. Yes, it looks like the glitch we had in the last race. Trying to resolve that issue quickly. Not sure what caused the glitch. Now we're still waiting for Carl on the main commentary, the broadcaster. Still trying to resolve some technical difficulties. Please stand by as we wait patiently. Hopefully we can resolve these technical issues speedily.
All right,
Oh,
sorry
you're
about
back.
that.
No,
I'm back. This-
did we resolve our problems?
yeah, it's resolved. So Tom just had a quick look back. He basically just lost his bearings a bit. He had a huge spin there. Obviously, he hit that barrier,
Yes.
and I think in doing so, like he said, he has cut the track quite a bit. Um,
Okay.
obviously
And
not
again,
yeah, obviously
not
not
intention.
intentionally, but he's just done it. So he is gonna get like a penalty of sorts. So uh, yeah, it's unfortunate for him, but obviously he wasn't trying to gain anything. But we just wanted to make sure that his time is correct and everything. So because it places him in whatever semi he goes into.
Yes, and he did a fantastic time there as well
Yeah.
from the other laps.
So it is definitely a shame, but yeah, I mean everybody makes mistakes, and it's not like he did it intentionally. We just wanted to clear it up, and also I was mainly just curious. I didn't know you could
Yes.
cut that section. It's not an easy section to have cut. So I think just the positioning of the car obviously is he was like backwards where I saw him. We didn't catch it on the stream.
Yes, we missed that, yeah.
But okay, cool. So we've got, I think, everybody. I think we're just missing Charlie on this one. So we can go.
Yes, we can go.
Thanks to Berries and Tom for just their quick help there.
Yeah, so you learn something new every day.
Yeah, you can find ways to make the game fail.
Yes, I've never actually had a glitch like that or missed a track.
It's happened. I've never seen it in like 6 seasons. I've never seen it. Now this is the first season we've had it twice. We had it at Lyddon the other day with Kenny, and we had it now on this track. So interesting.
Alright, so we've got the two Volkswagens on the outside tonight. Barry sitting on a magic pole position.
Yeah, so Kenny, obviously his last race didn't go to plan. It was until it wasn't. And then he's going to have to hope he gets a bit more lucky this go around.
Yeah, we'll see now with the massive launch that Kenny is capable of.
Well, there he's just launched the past Berries. Berries off to a slow start, unfortunately.
Yes, that was really surprising.
So that's Kenny ahead of Dusty. Ratek currently leading. Ratek's had some good. Ooh, another one off of same. Oh, Dusty nudges Kenny again. What's going on tonight?
And that's characteristic of Dusty too. He must have had a lapse of concentration there.
Yeah.
Not intentionally. I don't think Dusty's ever done it intentionally.
Kenny just not having luck right now. This is unlucky day for him. He goes Joker. To be honest, I probably would have too. Just a bit of shock. Sometimes it's not nice having people behind you. You just like.
And it happens so quickly.
Yeah.
And Berries is pushing Ratek now.
They are very close behind. He just needs to also be careful there.
Yeah, he's very close to Ratek's rear bumper there.
And I know Ratek likes to put that back end very sideways, so if you're not expecting it, you can end up... Ooh, he's going around the outside, but goes...
There's a bit of zigzag there.
I don't know if that was a last-minute joker from him there.
Could have been, yes, because he... Yeah.
But he comes out ahead of Kenny, who had already jokered, so... Barry's currently leading from the guys that have jokered.
Kenny fighting back now with Berries.
Ratek having a pretty decent round so far, I think. I mean, I didn't check where he actually placed the last 2 rounds, but okay, so 5th in the first one and 2nd in the second one. So he's having a solid night of qualifying, and if he can just hold it together and get a good joker here, he might be looking at another good one for qualifying 3.
Yes.
There he goes. He's going to have a lot more exit speed though, because these guys will be slower out of the turn. Oof, I think he had to hit the brakes.
Yes.
Don't think he had anywhere to go, but that was looking like he could have maybe made up a position or 2 if he'd had some space.
Now, Berry's now taking control of this race.
It's a close race now. Everyone's jokered.
Yes. Everybody's now aware of each other. They don't want to ruined somebody's race on the last lap.
Yeah.
So Marcus at the back. Dusty coming up close.
What a close finish there with those three.
Top three giving us all kinds of excitement. Yes, that first lap incident is always problematic for most guys. Some guys can't recover, some manage to recover very well.
Yeah, Kenny's done some epic recoveries with some accidents at the start. It's like if I have some commotion at the start, it takes a lot to come back from. But Kenny, he makes it look easy with his damage he gets early on.
Yes, and Barry's with these. I think he maybe did it on purpose to bog down in the start.
Yeah.
They get it through and do their, and then they odgy and just, snipe your way through undercover there. Nobody sees him coming.
Yeah. So that's a good one there from Berries.
Alright, so that's is that the qualifying? No. Or do we still have a round to go?
Yeah, so we have now, it's qualifying 4.
Okay.
Jeez, all that action and we still got a whole another one to go.
Yeah. A lot of action tonight with the big guys.
Yeah, that felt like semi-final, final action we just saw there. Okay, so qualifying for race 1. We've got Volpeaks, Palm, Callum. We've seen them before. We're seeing them again. Let's see if Volpeaks can put on another big performance here.
Let's see if Palm can claw his way back with that Merc.
Callum and Honda again. We're just waiting for him to get in the Ford.
Callum did very well in the last round with that Ford.
Maybe
with
maybe Callum just having to have some talks with Ford, maybe because of all the damage he's been doing on the Ford. They don't want him to drive it anymore. So he keeps joining in a Honda.
The guys tend to overdrive their cars on a track like this, and Callum has shown us take it easy, and he nearly did well.
Yeah.
My problem is I also tend to want to overdrive the car and put in a good epic drift. You feel so good about it. But then when you hit that barrier and then the car's suspension damage and it wants to go right instead of left all the time, and there's no fun anymore.
I must say the guys seem to be taking it relatively easy on that long left-hander. I haven't seen massive smoke yet. I've seen it some seasons and I can't say I've seen a huge amount of smoke there tonight. I know Rat Tech he usually does. Maybe we just haven't watched him enough, but
yeah.
Let's see if anyone gives us a big one.
Yes, Callum has got the prime spot. Let's see what he does with it.
Yeah.
Oh, Palm bogged down.
Yeah.
Volpeaks
just forced a little wide there, but he recovers.
Put a paint swap in there.
Yeah. There's a bit of Ford on that Audi. Oh! Callum into the wall.
And that was Volpeaks. He gave him a massive nudge there.
Oh.
I can imagine Callum using all his French vocabulary tonight.
Yeah. Master of French.
I wonder if Volpeaks is aware of the nudge, but he doesn't seem to be.
See, Palm took his joker there by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Bit of a send there from Volpeaks. You can see the smoke there on Palm's. Palm also big send. That's a nice amount of smoke there.
Yeah, but the car's not rotating all the way through on that.
Yeah.
That's
but he's rotating it nice in this section. Ooh, he just back wheels on the grass just makes you spin the whole way around. You can't do that, unfortunately.
I see. You have to get that apex just right.
It's very technical there. There's basically not too many lines that work. So this is where we saw Gutterpunk. He hit that inside barrier there, which looks like Palm almost did, but he recovered.
And Palm getting a nice exit there.
Yeah, he did that section pretty well. Let's see, big send. I think he must have heard you earlier. He's just tried to send it more.
Yes. Maybe it's got too much handbrake there. Just too long in the handbrake.
Let's see, he keeps it tighter there. There we go, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. Well done, Palm. Volpeak's having a quiet race up there.
Yeah, big sends.
So nice. That looks so short.
I think there's definitely some tracks where having a shorter car probably makes it easier. But that being said, I don't really, for me, feel that the Audi drifts so nicely, but Volpeak's showing that it does.
Yeah, he will disagree with you there.
Yeah.
Being very, very systematic, very calculating, cool coming through there.
Yeah, showing us exactly how it's done.
Making it look so easy. And that's the race for him.
So Volpeak's takes the win there. Palm, I think he's shown that he's got some laps in him where he's got good lines, good pace, but I think just still you can see every now and again just struggling with the car, I think.
Funny though, that balance, it's getting better now.
Yeah. And then Callum struggling with what little car he has left.
We're doing alright. Putting on a nice show for us.
Yeah. If he races in first person, then he'd have spider webs all over his window. Oh!
He just bounced off the barrier there.
Straight into the wall. That was a massive hit. I reckon that would have been, if that was real life, that wouldn't have been a good one. Let's put it that way. That would have sent someone to hospital.
Ooh, Callum has failed to register a lap time, best lap time.
Yeah, in 4 laps. Alright. Race 2 now. We've got Joff, Charlie, Black Wolf, We Deadly, and Senna. Senna's here. I must say, Senna always on time. Always on time for the driver briefings, always on time for the lobbies. He's always on time. Greatly reliable.
Community member, yes.
Yeah. Callum's still here. I'm just going to kick him out.
Alright, so we've got
Volpeak's also.
Let's see, also go.
Right, so we've got Black Wolf, Joff, Senna, and we're missing Charlie and Sam. So it's just a 3-car race again. Yeah, it's a pity when you miss so many guys, because obviously I have to make these spreadsheets in advance, or I have to make the start sheets in advance, and when guys register, that's why it's important to register, is I go by what is written down there. So we should have had pretty much like 5-car races whole night, but yeah, just unfortunate when guys don't show up on the night, because then you get races with a lot fewer cars.
Yeah, and to go and change the start sheets on the night is a bit of a...
Yeah, it's a lot of work, because then you can't remember that in your mind when you're running a lot of races and a lot of guys. It has to be done in advance. That's the whole thing.
The whole point of it, yes.
And especially if we have to look back at something, is you have to have all your stuff available. If you start changing it too much, and now you want to see what race someone was in, but it's been changed, you can't really see. It takes longer. Anyways, we got a good 3-car race here. We've got Black Wolf, Senna, and Joff. Strange not seeing a Honda.
Yes, it is strange, yeah.
And they're off.
Jock get a bit backwards there on the start there. All the wheel spin.
Interesting to see how Black Wolf, he goes a bit wide there before he goes around turn 1. He went slightly to the right before he turned left.
And now our honorary Senna has met with a wall again on the first lap.
When you said honorary Senna, I had a quick memory of the news with our Parliament honorary member.
Well, you were saying he's a good community person, always been on time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe that's what we call him from now on.
Yeah. And call him honorary Senna.
Yeah.
Honorary member.
Yeah, so Black Wolf, he's done his Joker lap. Just you can see they're just struggling to rotate the car in that corner, but he's doing a good job at the moment.
No pressure on Jeff, and Jeff is just...
Yeah, Joff though, he still needs to Joker. That's the only thing, so...
He's got a good head start, so... Still hasn't Jokered. Trying to build a big gap now.
I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but Black Wolf's car doesn't look like he's drifting it as much as he's drifted it some of the night. Like we saw him earlier doing an epic sideways move there. His car is just looking a bit stiffer maybe in the corners.
Senna's got too much rotation.
Yeah, he's just struggling a bit.
It happens to me as well. The car just doesn't bite, it just slides.
Oof, yeah, there.
I have no idea why it's sliding.
Yeah.
Yes, I see what you see by Black Wolf. He's taking it very easy.
Yeah, he's not sending it like fully sideways. I don't know if maybe he's adjusted his setup or something. His car's looking a bit more stiff.
Yes. Maybe it's better that way. He's got more control.
Maybe. Could be.
Suits his driving style.
Yeah, you can see there, not too sideways. Just misses Senna there, luckily. Joff looking solid though. He has the Joker now. Let's quickly take a look at Joff. Let's see how he goes in his Joker.
Yeah.
I think he should make it out in front of Black Wolf, but you never know. Also, the thing with leaving your Joker till the end is obviously your tires are the most worn they've been, and now you're doing a lap that you're not as well practiced on as the main lap. There we go. So he crosses first, Black Wolf second, and third is Senna.
Yes. 1.3 gap there between 1 and 2. Senna at the end did not finish from Senna. At least he got 2 laps in.
Yeah, I mean, every lap is good practice. So and he sticks around. That's the thing. He's obviously trying, and we all got to respect.
You're on the G29. Do you have a different setup from when you race Rallycross to when you race actual race game?
Like track racing? No, my wheel, I don't touch settings pretty much at all. I basically the only thing I've done in this game for my wheel specifically is I changed the flavor to raw. So there's the 3 flavor settings. I can't remember the other 2. I think one's intermediate or something like that. But mine's on raw, and that's pretty much all I've done for my wheel. That and calibrated it, and then other settings for me is just like view. My view I've changed a bit to just make it a bit better for me. But let's quickly look here. So for this last race of qualifying, we have Dusty, Kenny, Berries, Ratek, and Gutterpunk.
And they're all present in the. They probably heard us
Yeah.
talking about an honorary center. What a good community person he is. Community member person. Now these guys are all up and ready.
Maybe we need to, as well as driver of the day, we need to do most prompt member award. Look, they've even all got their thumbs up.
No, that you can do as a quarterly one for the guys. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it end of the championship. We'll vote for most prompt. We can call it honorary member.
Yes, our honorary member. Yes. Is the MVP of the community.
But yeah, so this is another big solid race. Now we got 5 cars.
And we got 5 strong drivers as well.
Yeah, we've seen earlier. It gets tight on a track like this. There's a lot of close racing. Can sometimes end up with one person just having a moment.
Yeah.
Joff says he thinks he might have done too well there. He says he wants to be in the even numbers semi.
He wants an easy semi. Right, and away we go. Warming up. Wheel spin.
Ooh, that was a great start. I hope it wasn't a jump start.
No, it doesn't look like it. They're all on track still.
Who's that? Radtech?
Yes, Radtech.
Epic start from Radtech. He manages to just muscle his way through there.
Oh,
That's one of the best. Oh, Kenny.
He has lost it. Yes.
Well, I don't think he picked up big damage there. He could get right back in this. They're very close and bunched up, and we know Kenny's fast. As long as he doesn't give up, I think he could recover here. But I was just about to say before that happened with Kenny is that's one of the best starts that I've seen where things haven't gone wrong for anyone from Radtech. To get his way through there without actually causing a crash was some epic moves. Dusty goes Joker. You can see their Gutterpunk right there behind Radtech. So close. I think he actually had to slow down a bit there in that corner.
Yeah, had to avoid contact there, yes.
Yeah.
Very close to those tires.
But Radtech really looking strong here tonight. He's had some really good races.
And Barry's all over Gutterpunk there, but he's looking for a way through.
Yeah. If I was Barry's, I'd definitely look to Joker here. Oof, you can see Gutterpunk just went a bit wide. He almost didn't make it over the jump.
Yes, and Barry's had to back off as well there.
Yeah, okay, so Gutterpunk goes Joker lap there. So Barry's and Kenny, you can see Kenny is already up into third.
Yes. And Kenny's challenging
Barry's.
Yeah.
So the front 3 drivers, they still need to Joker though.
Come on, Kenny gets a bit bogged down coming out of the corner there.
He's done well though to catch up again.
Yeah. Dusty's having a quiet one at the back there. Tom as well. Tom is in through.
So Kenny has gone Joker, I think. Barry's as well, maybe. No,
yes,
Kenny didn't Joker. He's in first place. So everybody's Jokered now but Kenny. So Radtech comes out in second behind his teammate of the people that have Jokered.
Barry's and Dusty. Oh,
it looked like Tom. It looked like Tom might slip past Barry's while Barry's is bumping with Radtech there.
Yeah, they're in a bit of a paint swap in there.
They are, but they got to be careful because Tom looks like he could slip up the inside of them with all that bumping. Kenny's going to Joker now, but that's going to put Dusty in first. Kenny will still take second, so he did a great job to recover that one. Barry's third, fourth is Gutterpunk, and Radtech, I don't know what happened to him. I think just unlucky, a little bit of contact and bumping. He didn't even finish, so he might have crashed or something.
Oh, I missed that totally. He was doing so well with the pack there.
Yeah, because he was ahead of Barry's, so a bit of bumping there, I think. It just didn't go his way.
Yes. And it shows him a lap down as well, so
Yeah, because he didn't finish the DNF, so it doesn't count. He was on his fourth lap, but he didn't complete it. Which leads me to believe that he probably hit a wall or something, or because he was in the pack, so to not actually make it is
very
weird.
strange. Yeah. It's not like any not erratic to not make a race.
Yeah. Alright, so that is the qualifying done. We're just gonna quickly allow Berries to just get his bearings here with the last race. He's obviously doing an epic job on the spreadsheets there. I was helping him previously on the previous races we've done in this season, but to be honest, my helping was more just like slight assistance rather than helping, because Berries is so quick on it that he doesn't even give me time to see what's going on. Really, he's does a great job on these spreadsheets. Big thanks to him. Alright, he's just finishing it up there.
So that was a good qualifying round. It's difficult to pick a driver really from this qualifying rounds.
I think Volpeaks took all of them. I think it was a clean sweep for him. He
Yeah,
really...
Yes, but he had a lucky round, lucky draw.
Yeah, that obviously... Well, he's still obviously showing he's got the pace, but like you say, he didn't have to do any 5-car battles yet. Just checking here. It looks like Berries has got this sorted. I'm just waiting. Sometimes if there is any equal points, then it goes by count back to determine who goes into what semi, but it doesn't look like there's any. Okay. So we've got Volpeaks took the win, so he will be starting in semi 1. Racing against him, we have Berries, Ratek, Gutterpunk, Palm, and Senna. So we should see those guys joining soon. I might just go jump in that chat there and just make sure they all know. I'll be back in a minute.
So it's just Carl leaving now quickly just to confer with the guys on the Discord chat to make sure that we have the right guys in the first semi-final race. Basically everybody qualified because we only got 12 drivers, so it's 6 in a final, quarter-final and a semi-final. And then the top 3 will go through for the final. So we have...
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, that
They're all joining. Yeah, so just while they're joining and stuff, let me just make sure I've got the laps right, because obviously it goes up to 6 laps now. So the guys just need to be cautious to check their fuel. That's a big mistake sometimes if guys are running the low fuel.
6 laps of epic drifting.
Alright, so we should in this one have...
Okay, we have Senna.
We should have 6 in this race, I think.
Yes, all 6. Yeah. So everybody qualified for the semi-finals.
Yeah, so Semi-final 2 will only have 5 because we don't have 12. Because there was supposed to be 13, but we're missing 2. So there should be 6 this race and 5 in the next race. We're missing berries.
Must berries be in this race?
Yeah. There is.
Alright. So we've got Honor Senna, we have Ratek, we have Palm, we have Volpeaks, we have Gutterpunk.
Yeah. We've got the 2 Audi teammates there in this one.
Yeah, 2 Audis versus a Mercedes.
2 Mercedes, just different teams.
Yeah. And then the lone Citroen there.
Choff says mission success. He said he wanted to be in the other semi. He doesn't want to be in this one. I think I wonder if he's doing that. I wonder if he's doing that based on numbers, because the other one's only got 5 cars.
Yes, and he doesn't want to go up against the big guys yet.
Yeah. Because let's quickly check here. Is in the second race, in the next race, we're going to have Dusty, Kenny, Joff, Black Wolf, and Callum. Honestly, that's also a very tough semi, to be honest.
Yes, I think Black Wolf will take my vote for the driver of the day because he's doing very well.
Yeah, he has been putting in a good show.
Yes, learned from his and now we've got a wet race.
Yeah, so if everyone was thinking it's just going to be more of the same, is it just me or do those guys in the background look like they don't have heads?
They don't. Everybody's lost their head.
They've all been decapitated. Everyone's lost their heads this round. That's how exciting it's been.
Is this the zombie round?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the first time I've ever seen that. Unless they've got their heads tucked in their jackets or something. Maybe they got them up because of the rain.
The PlayStation is getting very hot and I can't render everything.
Let's hope the drivers haven't lost their heads because of the rain.
I can see their faces in there, they're all happy. Not everybody's got their wipers on, so some guys are...
I see the one Audi's wipers are on, so that...
Who's that? That is... Ratek is all over the place.
Obviously now they've had practice on this track, but only in the dry. With all this qualifying onto a wet track, it just throws up a whole different... way of driving. Volpeaks though still looking solid. He's out front. His teammate Gutterpunk right behind him. Oh, but contact between Palm and Gutterpunk. That's Gutterpunk into the wall. Oof. That wasn't a good one for him. Berries is in third, Ratek second. So Ratek once again is just putting on a solid performance. He takes his Joker now. He thinks he can get out ahead, and it looks like he will. So he's done his Joker and he's still in third. So I mean, in this, all you really want to do is make sure you come in the top 3 to get into that final. And at the moment, unless he has his own sort of accident, he's basically guaranteed it. Palm quite a way off. You can see Ratek just a bit in the distance there, but Gutterpunk right up behind Palm again.
I think going sideways too.
Yeah, I think he's really struggling in the rain with that car.
Yeah, because he had in the dry, he had a lot of oversteer. Now he's got even more.
Oh, is that Ratek? I spoke too soon.
Yes.
Ratek had a big spin there. He's off, so he's in 5th.
And he's lost his bumper. Hopefully, he's got some steering issues.
He might have, yeah. If he hit the wall or something, he's gonna be. Let's keep on him on this corner. Let's see if he does a big send.
Oh no, he's happy with the way the car is.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a virtual punt there.
Could just be the water just catching some of the guys out. Just you can see Senna. Yeah.
A bit of a nuisance there between the back marker.
I hope he doesn't get involved there with those guys coming through. It looks like Gutterpunk's through, Ratek also through.
Palm is in 3rd place, but very wide there.
Yeah, Ratek not too far behind him, so he can't be comfortable right now. He's got to just keep his head, unlike those guys that are standing behind them on the start line. Volpeek's still yet to joker, so he's leading but hasn't jokered.
Okay, Volpeek's now coming up to the joker section.
Okay, he's going to joker now. I think he's got plenty space, and he's going to have a lot of exit speed out of that joker. There he goes.
Yes, there he goes. Very well done. A lot of...
Ooh, but he's behind center there. He manages to get through.
Fast, yes. There's a lot of water on the track.
Yeah, and this is light rain, eh?
Yeah. So the guys are doing pretty well. You see how the guys, the Citroen and the Audi not so sideways through as Bob does.
Yeah.
Palm really sends it to there. Ratic seems to be recovered from his accident.
Yeah, he's up into third, but that's Gatapunk fighting him, so Gatapunk squeezes through into third.
No, Mark was a bit too wide, but
this is literally, this battle between these two guys is the battle for the final, to make it into the final, basically.
Yeah.
Oof, it's tight.
It is tight.
Final lap. Let's stick with these guys. Volpeek's, I think, is clearly going to win this unless he makes a mistake. Ratic just takes a tight line there. He's not leaving him a gap to squeeze up the inside. Keeps it tight through there. That's a good line.
But he's throwing that Volkswagen very wide as well.
He's keeping it tight again. That's a good line, but there we go. Gatapunk looking for any gap that he can find, but it's just not there.
Yeah,
sideways, he hits the side of his car. Oh, they're both into the wall. Oh, how far is Palm off of the two of them? Oh, I think Ratic's just recovered. Palm just too far off.
Yes. So
Ratic claws his way back into third after that accident, and he will cross the line and makes it into another final this championship. Gatapunk, unfortunately, just misses out there. They were close racing by those two guys.
He had to go for it, he had no choice.
Yeah. And then Palm, he just also no luck again.
Yeah. Yeah, Palm unlucky again. But Ratic and Gatapunk I would have taken, would have pushed it as well.
That was a massive battle between those two. Crazy race.
And then Volpeek's just cruising to the front there, making it look
I mean, from what we've seen, Volpeek's is looking like the guy to beat tonight.
Yeah. And Barry's there slips into second. And very quiet rounds for him tonight. He hasn't been involved in anything major. He's always been lucky enough to squeeze through those gaps that open up.
Yeah. So now we have all the other guys from tonight that didn't race this one. They will be racing in the next one, which is Dusty, Kenny. We've seen some hectic battles from those two guys. I'm sure we'll see here as well, unless they decide to just keep it clean. Then we've got Joff is in this one, Black Wolf, and Callum. And yeah, that's it. 5 cars this go around, so it's not as busy on track in this race, but the action could be just as much.
Yeah, because Dusty has he's had some contact with Kenny tonight in more than one race.
Yeah, and that was in the dry. Now we in the wet. We got a lot of cars, and stakes are higher.
Yes, I think that's what Dusty is. He hasn't pushed that hard. He's let the guys. He's felt that he's impeded them, and he's let them go ahead. And very gentleman-like. Good racing from Dusty. Very gentleman. Contender for our MVP.
Yeah. And just so people know sort of the winners and everything, is Kenny currently, not only is he the two-time champion, but he also holds the record for most race wins over all the seasons in this. I think his last event, Lohek, put him up to 12 races. So he's won. That's not like heats that we're seeing, like we've just seen a couple of heats, and that's a whole event. So he has won 12 Dusty is sitting currently in second in that record. He's got 8. And then I think the next person is like Berries with 3. So, like, we're not we've not got too many people that have won like a lot of those, but obviously Kenny and Dusty are kind of fighting for the record there.
I wonder how Callum feels being in the middle of all these guys, yeah?
Well, he's on the front row. He's got Kenny and Black Wolf right behind him.
Yeah. Alright, we're sinking and we're ready to go. And Joff also got a clean line as well. And Dusty taking the lead there.
They're just keeping it cautious there, I think.
Really cautious through there. Callum holding his own there.
Yeah. They just got to remember in a race like this, it's not about time, so you don't have to do stupid. You don't have to stick to your like race line to get the ultimate pace. You just need to keep it clean. Kenny squeezed up everyone there.
And he got a bit of a nudge as well from Black Wolf.
That's the thing with for someone like Kenny is you're gonna give him some space, he's gonna take it. As he lands the jump, I think that was just Callum probably slowed down a bit much there. Yeah, it looked almost like they jumped into him.
And now we've got Kenny and Dusty up there in front.
Yeah, Dusty's jokered, Kenny hasn't, but very close. We've seen Dusty chasing Kenny down in a couple of his races tonight. Let's see if I don't know if Kenny will joker right now. He almost might just leave him behind and hope he makes a mistake trying to get past him.
I wonder what happened to Jeff. He's down there in 4th. Not unusual for
He's jokered and Black Wolf hasn't, so that might be why he's down a position. Black Wolf takes his joker now, so that's going to put Joff up into 3rd. So currently as it stands, unless anything happens during this race, Joff's looking like he's probably going to go through.
Yes, and he's got a good spot there in 3rd. Got to keep it clean, not crash. Black Wolf may push him.
Still pretty tight here from the front too. Wonder when Kenny's going to joker.
Well, he hasn't increased his lead from Dusty, so it's going to be quite a tough one. Got into lap 4 now.
I think he's gonna save it right till the end, because even if he's got Dusty breathing down his neck, the thing with Kenny doesn't usually crack under pressure, so he's gonna almost sort of I think hope that Dusty does, trying to get past him maybe, and then that'll give him an opportunity.
More of a gap, which is unable to do here.
Very close.
And Joff and Black Wolf still 2 seconds apart there.
Black Wolf not too far off. If Joff has an oopsie moment, then Black Wolf will be there, I'm sure.
Oh, he's now 3 seconds behind him, so he lost some time in the last lap. With a slide too far maybe. Dusty keeping it neat there.
Yeah, I think he might have just run it a bit wide. He went a bit slow through that section, I think, just to recover.
Yeah.
But so Kenny is gonna have to joker. No, he doesn't. He can joker now, or he can joker on his last lap.
What is Kenny gonna do? That is the big question.
He jokers now. There he goes. So he's gonna have a bit more speed out of here, but it doesn't look like he got a good rotation out of that corner.
Yeah, and the Merc seems to be a bit slow in that last part of sector 1, in the left right there.
Yeah. They're coming up on the back of Callum.
Yes.
Ooh, Dusty just looked like he struggled down there this time.
Yeah. So it's going to be a
Kenny
close
right
one.
behind him.
There's Kenny's caught up with him. The Force Falcon seems to have a bit more acceleration at the corners.
Yeah, it seems to get good have good traction, that VW, whereas the Merc
Yeah.
maybe a bit
And
more wheel
Callum
spin.
holding them up. No. Oh, that
Oh, I
was
thought
close.
I thought maybe Kenny was going to squeeze up the inside there. That was close. Let's
No, I
take a
think
quick look at Black Wolf there.
Black Wolf
Oh,
showing us how not to be done.
he's doing some victory donuts.
Yes. They're having some fun out there.
But good race from him. Unfortunately, he's the first of the two drivers in this race, so won't be going to the final, but good performance though. And Joff just getting in there. So top three from those two last races make it through, and they will be in the final.
Yes, and it looks like Kenny lost out by 300ths of a second there on Dusty.
Yeah,
So he did very well on the end there. Callum playing an important pivotal role there to slow Dusty down.
yeah. I think it was a mix of that. I think also just a couple of corners there. But to be honest, Kenny also just making a mistake or two.
Yeah.
I think this rain just catching them out a bit maybe.
Unless Callum was making devious deals again to slow Dusty down.
I also don't know if you've noticed lately, but so for obviously when the community started, we were mainly South African and whatever. Then we got a lot of other nationalities. For the last few seasons, British has been a big one, but as you can see, Netherlands making a big
splash.
performance these days. We've got quite a few guys from there. It's nice to see a lot of those flags around.
Yeah, it's a pity we lost our Italian brothers.
Yeah, we gained one but lost three, I think. So that was unfortunate. But the one we've got now is a lot of fun as well. So it's
So how many more rounds of Rally Fighters is there, Carl?
of this season.
Yes.
This is the fourth round, I think, and there's 7 rounds total. So
Yes. And now we're going into our British friends are going into the move the clock on, so 2-hour time difference.
yeah,
End of this month.
I think that's end of this month, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so towards the end of the championship.
Mm. I don't know how it affects the guys in Holland if
They also go back one, so they'll be what the UK is now to us.
Right.
So we stay the same. They'll go what British time is right now, and then British goes back another, so there'll be 2 off of us.
Yeah. So they can enjoy their summer, their winter, their dark nights.
It's a bit confusing actually. I don't know why they still do this changing times.
Mm.
But anyway.
All right. So the final race.
So let's check if this was the top 3. We don't have to kick anyone. I know Volpeaks, Dusty, Joff, Berries, Kenny, Ratek. I think that's correct.
Yeah, that is correct. That is the list.
Sweet. Into the final we go.
They're ready to go.
So we got 2 Citroens, 2 VWs.
1 Merc.
Yeah.
Let's see how the game throws them out. We still got light rain for the final.
Mhm. So it's going to be wet.
Keeping them honest
And also, we said the cars. We can't forget about the Audi that's been dominating here tonight. So far, Volpeaks has taken the maximum points, obviously, that he can. He's won everything he's raced. So let's see if he continues it for the final. If he wins this final, it'll be his first official Rallycross victory, making him the second Italian ever to win Rally Fighters.
That's a clean sweep for him as well.
It would be, so maximum points if he takes this one. But if he doesn't, then obviously not.
And he's stuck in 4th place, so in the middle there.
Yeah, it's not too bad as long as he doesn't get forced wide there. He could have a decent run. Sometimes to start tight offers isn't always the best because you can get forced into the wall on the inside.
Kenny's in the middle, yeah. Kenny's in the middle, so he's got to... And off they go. Kenny having an excellent start, but Ratek pushing him there.
Yeah. So Joff just takes it wide there. Volpeak's already slipped up to second. Who's that? Dusty in the background. He's gone off track a bit, I think.
And we got Mark and Jeff having a bit of argy-bargy.
Yeah, and Barry's right behind Ratek at the moment. Barry's, I think, made a mistake though, so it looks like Dusty's going to catch up to him.
Yeah, but Jeff holding off Mark. Mark has been excellent on the starts.
Yeah, so we've got 3 two-car battles going on right now. The 2 guys up front, Kenny and Volpeaks. You see, so what they sort of found in the battle circuit the other day, obviously you raced in that one, but Volpeaks was also super quick in that the other night, and the big mistake they did was release him, so I think Kenny will be quite happy right now to have him behind him, but now it's going to be a game of who jokers, so I think if Volpeaks can't get past there, he's going to want a joker. But if, he's hurt himself there. Oh.
Yes, I think he made some contact there with Kenny, and then rubbed him off on the wall.
Yeah, so that didn't work out for him at all. He should have just waited a bit and done his joker tactic.
And we got
Joff just a bit wide now, and who's off track now? Is that Ratek? Yeah, that was Ratek that went way off. So Dusty up into 4th. So a little bit of cars all over the place right now. I'm just trying to see these guys going. Big position swaps happening. Dusty currently leading the pack of people that have jokered.
Volpeaks. Once we finish going through, I think Barry's as Joker.
Barry's did. So Barry's currently leading the Joker guys. So it's looking, I mean, if Kenny doesn't make a mistake with Volpeaks making his mistake, he could be looking at another win here, which would be his 2nd in a row, which would just up his stats once again.
He has a massive lead over everybody.
Yeah, but he does have to Joker.
Well, at that gap, he could still joker and still come out in front. Volpeaks doing his joker lap. See where he comes out.
You can see those men in the background still without their heads.
Comes out in front of Barry still.
Yeah, so Volpeaks currently leading the guys that have jokered. But I don't think it's going to be enough unless he can just put in amazing laps and Kenny makes a mistake or 2.
1 lap to go. I don't think Kenny's going to make a mistake.
Also, Volpeaks must have got damage there off of hitting those walls.
Yeah, those walls are not friendly.
So there goes Kenny. He takes his joker now. He's going to carry more speed out. He's taken a good line through there. He's plenty room. So let's watch these guys now. We've got Barry's fighting for 2nd with Volpeaks.
Not really catching Volpeaks, still keeping a good distance. Oh, there we go. Volpeaks struggling with that Audi now.
I think finally the damage probably catching up to him.
Barry's keeping his distance, but there's no contact there.
This is the final lap. Is Barry's going to look for a move? He does. This could hurt both of them again.
Yeah, when you rub somebody.
He's looking again. Oh! I thought Dusty might slip up the inside of them both, but they finished where they were. So Kenny first takes another win again, just showing that he can work his way from a bad round of qualifying. I think that's been the case of most of his events so far this season, but he always comes back in the finals. And Volpeaks loses out, so he yet again won't take a win. We'll have to wait a bit longer for another Italian winner. Barry's will also have to wait for another opportunity. Dusty not able to close that gap between Kenny and himself, and Joff and Ratek also doing a good job, but just unlucky there in 5th and 6th. But good job from all the guys, and to cope with the change of weather and everything tonight, I think it was some good racing. You can see those times there from the top 4 guys, best lap, super close.
Barry's coming with a clean top speed, top time there.
Yeah.
First of the bunch.
But
I
yeah,
must
good.
say, Mark had fantastic starts. So all his heats.
Yeah, no, he really did. He had some very good races. I think I don't know if he got a bit of a nudge or something, but he flew off the track there. We caught a bit of it.
Yes.
But just unlucky for him.
That's Project Cars 2 physics for you. A bit of a rubberneck bouncy.
But anyways, that was some good racing, and thanks for those who raced, and for those that have been watching. Appreciate the watch, and yeah, if you could give us a like, give us a subscribe, all those things like Roy mentioned earlier. And yeah, if you...
Funding commentary with you again, Carl. Sorry for those long, dark, silent spaces.
No, it's good. It's good to have you in commentary again. It's nice to chat, and
Nice to have power to chat.
yeah. I didn't have power before we started, so you come straight out of no power, no chatting to power and chatting, and it's an interesting transition. But
I hope the guys enjoyed themselves tonight, and that
yeah, it was fun to watch. Hope it was as
issues.
fun to drive. And see you guys on Wednesday for some more race space, but it's the Scorch Championship.
Yeah,
And
most guys must enjoy it and drive safe. And
yeah, it's a pity that day doesn't work out for you, because I think you'd really enjoy that series.
Yes, I would. Yes, but unfortunately Wednesday is my night off.
Maybe we do another one on a Monday sometime in the future.
Yeah.
But
Carl, you have a good
cool.
evening.
Cheers. Thanks for the commentary.
Everybody.